I'm Jessica Casper, one of the creators of Riot at the Roundtable. Today I'm going to teach you how to play the game. The objective of the game is to be the first person to obtain 2 crowns. If you're the first person to go out of cards, you earn a crown, and you can also trade in other cards during the game to earn crowns. Each player is dealt 6 cards and 2 cannon cards. The bossiest player is the ruler of the round, and they begin by giving the defense token to the player to their left, who now becomes the defender. The ruler of the round takes the die and rolls it to determine the ruling class. Cards from the ruling class can defeat all other cards. Let's talk about what's on the back of your reference card. This shows the card hierarchy. 1 through 10 are the lower tiered cards, and then after 10 it goes Squire, Guard, Maiden, Lord, Jester. The ruler of the round begins by selecting a card to attack the defender with. He'll play a red 3. I'll show you an example of how an attack and defense phase will work. At the beginning of the defense turn, the defender has 3 options that he can choose from. He can choose to pass the card in front of him by matching its value or by playing a Jester. So he plays the card that matches or a Jester and passes the cards to the player to his left. He can choose to forfeit the attack by picking up the cards in front of him, or he can choose to defend against the card in front of him. He can play a card of a higher value of the same suit, or a Jester, or he can play a card from the ruling class. So he will beat this red 3 with a red 7. And now all other players can add cards to the attack by matching the value of any card currently in play. During this time, there is no turn order, and players can continue to attack and defend simultaneously. The defender now attempts to defeat these cards. He'll beat this yellow 3 with a yellow 4. And he'll beat this green 7 with a blue 2, because blue is the ruling class and can defeat all other cards even if it is lower than the attack card value. Players continue to match the cards that are on the table. This player will play a red 4, and the defender will defend against it with a red squire. This player can now play a squire because squires are now in play, and the defender will defeat the squire with a Jester. Jesters can defeat any cards, regardless of their value or color. This player is going to play a Jester as an attack card. When Jesters are played as an attack card, they take the value of the highest card currently in play. So this Jester will take the value of a squire, and it keeps its color. So this is now a red squire, and the defender can defeat it with the red lord. If the defender defeats all of the cards in front of him, then he picks them all up and puts them into the dead pile. If he cannot defeat the cards, then he puts all of the cards into his hand. Only 6 cards can be played against the defender, or as many cards as the defender has in his hand. Since towards the end of the game, players may have 2 cards, so only 2 cards may be placed in front of the defender. If the defender is successful, as he was, he is awarded a cannon card, which he takes into his hand. Those will be explained later. He also passes the defense token to the player to his left, and he now is attacking the player to his left. This player becomes the new defender, and he is now the initial attacker. If he did not have a successful defense, he would pass the defense token to people to his left, which would now become this player, and this player would be the new attacker, attacking the player to their left. At the end of a defense and attack phase, all players draw back up to 6 cards to replenish their hand. If this card is ever drawn, which is a reroll card, this card will actually look different in the final version of the game. Then the die is rolled and a new trump suit is determined. When the draw pile has been depleted, the first player to go out of cards is awarded a crown. The next round is played, as the first was played, and the first player to obtain 2 crowns wins the game and claims the throne of Camelot. Okay, let's talk about arsenal cards. So these are the arsenal cards that you can get during the game. These are the cannon cards. Stuck in the stocks allows you to put another player in the stocks, allowing you to skip their attack turn. The wizard allows you to change the trump suit on the die. Swapping Hood allows you to trade hands with someone who may have more cards in their hand than you do. Benevolent Blessing allows you to wipe out all of the cards in front of you as if you had successfully defeated them. Devil's Deck allows you to give the entire dead pile to another player and make them take it into their hand. It's usually good to play this at the end of a round. The Guardian Angel protects you from these 3 cards. If anyone tries to put any of these cards on you, you can reveal that you have a Guardian Angel, so they cannot use that card, and then both cards are discarded. At any time during the game, you can trade in 2 cannon cards for a clover, 2 clover cards for a scepter, 2 scepter cards for a crown. You can use the arsenal cards for their abilities or choose to trade them in for points to win the game. Arsenal cards can only be played at the end of a defender's defense turn. If the defense was successful or unsuccessful, the defenders may still play any arsenal cards at the end of their turn. That's all, folks. That's how you play Riot at the Round Table. If you have any questions, you can consult Ye Olde Rulebook, or you can email us at imppoweredgames@gmail.com. Thanks!